3 things Real Madrid must do to defeat Barcelona in El Clasico. Inter Milan may have just edged Barcelona in the UEFA Champions League semifinal, but they are one of the only teams this season to defeat the Catalans on demand. The key to Real Madrid's win, needless to say, lies in that very game. The game against Barcelona will not only be the final Clasico of the season but also Carlo Ancelotti's final game in charge of Real Madrid against Barcelona. While it is a must-win for both sides, one cannot help but see it as more important for the men in white. With the league title race virtually hanging on the result that unfolds at Montjuic on Sunday, Ancelotti's men must give their all for the 3 points. Madrid Universal brings you 3 things Real Madrid should do to beat Barcelona in La Liga. Overload the midfield. One of Barcelona's biggest weaknesses against the Italian side that went under the radar was how easily they lost the ball to Inter's press, especially the second balls that caught Barcelona off guard. If Real Madrid hope to inject any form of chaos into the Clasico, it is vital that they heavily overload the midfield and make life miserable for Pedri and Frenkie de Jong. The third midfielder, Dani Olmo or Fermin Lopez, will also be a prime target to press. If Real Madrid can win balls by pressing the midfield, they have a good chance of gaining a foothold in the game, for the midfield is Barcelona's spine. If the control is left to the Catalans, however, the story could turn ugly. Overperform in defense. Real Madrid's defensive picture heading into El Clasico is far from ideal and by far the biggest limiting factor to their chances. Los Blancos enter the game with Antonio Rudiger, Eder Militao, and David Alaba all unavailable and will have to deploy Aurelien Tchouaméni and Raúl Asensio as the starting centre-backs. Going up against Europe's hottest attacking trio, that matchup appears suicidal. For Real Madrid to stand any chance of winning the must-win fixture, their defense must significantly overperform and hold Barcelona's attack from scoring. Real Madrid, after all, cannot outscore Barcelona in their current form and must keep the Catalans' goal tally to a minimum to take anything away from the game. Clinical finishing. The recent Clasico between the 2 Spanish giants in the Copa del Rey was far tighter than the first 2 Clásicos of the season. What was clear on that night, however, was that Real Madrid put pressure on Barcelona, only having taken the few chances that came their way. Today, Los Blancos will undoubtedly be dominated in possession and have the lesser chances between the 2 teams. To put pressure on the league leaders, however, they must capitalize on each and every chance that comes their way, and all eyes will be on Kylian Mbappé and Vinicius Jr. If they can fire on all cylinders, Real Madrid's chances will be significantly boosted.